Hi, we are Michelle and Jessie with the Good Dog Chronicles, and today I want to show you how I brush Jessie every day. Because she's a doodle, she does not shed, but she needs regular grooming. So I comb and brush her every single day to make sure she can have this nice fluffy coat, because I like the coats really nice and long. So what you have to do is basically there's two things you need. You need a slicker brush. This is a flexi slicker brush. So it actually goes nicely with the contour of the body, so it doesn't like stab into the skin or anything. These slickers are, they're pretty sharp. So you want to make sure that you're still gentle with them, but it does break up the knots nicely. Once I'm done with the slicker brush, then I use my comb. My comb is a little bent here, but it has a wider side where the teeth are further apart, and then it has a side where the teeth are closer together. So first the slicker brush, then the wide side of the comb, then the narrow part of the comb, and then I'm all done. I brush Jessie every single day, so it takes me about 10 minutes, and it's actually really good brain work. So it's really a good thing for her to just have to sit quiet and endure the whole brushing process. Because doodles do not shed their coat, they need to have regular grooming. So this coat will actually just keep on growing. It will not fall out. So I have to brush it every day, but then about every 6 to 8 weeks usually I give her a groom, so I shorten it a little bit. I like her really long, but it is fairly labor intensive. If you don't have that much time for brushing, you might want to have a shorter haircut on your dog. That's just easier to maintain. So I'll show you a little bit of how I do this. Jessie is pretty good about being groomed. So when you're grooming, when you're using the slicker brush or even the comb, what you want to do is you want to make sure that when you're combing with or brushing with this, you can hear a little bit of a crunching sound. So this means that there is a little bit of tangles in there, but not much. Once they are gone, it will be quiet, like you can't hear it anymore. So that is a bit of an indication of, you know, how do you know if there's tangles or not? What I do is I start usually kind of on the hip area, and then I lift up the hair and I brush it away. So then I can actually see the skin down every single time. So we'll do this up here. So you lift up the hair a little bit and then you brush it downwards. So what you do is every time you brush down, you have a little bit of a line right there where you can actually see the skin. That is the really important part. You can actually keep on brushing with a slicker brush and not catching all the mats underneath. So that will actually make a layer of matting that when you take your dog to the groomer, it has to be shaved right skin tight. The matting actually really tangles and it really hurts them because it gets really tight, and every time they get wet, it gets tighter, and it's actually really painful for the dogs. So having a doodle is really labor intensive in that aspect, because you do have to take really good care of their hair if you want them long. If you want them a little shorter, then it takes a little less time. Once I'm done with the slicker brush, then I switch to my comb, and I pretty much go through the same procedure all over again. I just kind of lift up the hair, comb it down, make sure I can see the skin. I go all over her body, and then I switch it around and I use the thinner blades or thinner teeth here, and I go through the same thing again. This whole procedure only takes me about maybe 10 minutes a day, and it's actually really good brain work for her because she has to really pay attention. And it's also a good time to really go over your dog and make sure that you're noticing if there's maybe a little cut from something, or if there's any lumps or bumps kind of thing. And if you do find something on your dog, like a little lump or something, really watch it closely, and, you know, maybe even take your dog to the vet and just make sure that it's nothing bad. So that is where grooming, you know, is really important too, is for your dog's health. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions for me, please reach out anytime, and have a wonderful day. Bye for now.